XRP holders, something rather interesting just happened. So if I had to name one of the most influential people in crypto, it'd have to be the CEO or now ex-CEO of Binance, CZ. If I had to name one of my favorite cryptocurrencies, I'd probably say XRP, and there's some connection that was made today that I did not expect. So I think at first, we've got to watch this video, but before I do show you it, make sure you press that like button, as this is a very, very interesting one here.
There's a huge case in front of the federal courts right now brought by the SEC. It's the Ripple XRP case that Ripple violated essentially securities laws by issuing XRP. It's deemed part of that issuance was deemed a security, part of it wasn't. SEC is appealing.
Yes.
There's a Trump SEC coming in. Are they going to drop the case, you think?
So, Charlie, as you know, I wrote a definitive law review article before that case was brought, arguing that XRP was not a security subject to SEC. It turned out that the judge who ruled in that case sided with the view I'd expressed. Half of it.
Right.
I would recommend that it's time for regulatory agencies to drop a lot of these cases where they've lost at the trial court.
If you were a betting man, would they drop the XRP case?
I think they should. And
will they?
I would bet they would.
That's amazing.
So, that on its own, this is, by the way, the ex-chairman of the CFTC. This is not no small fry, just to put it into perspective. He's saying, hey, if I was a betting man, I'd say that the SEC is going to drop their appeal, their attempt to still try to win in the Ripple versus SEC case. This is actually huge news. I mean, at first I was going to skip it because I thought, you know what? There have been so many of these speculatory pieces, but again, some will disagree with me here, but the ex-CEO of Binance, I would consider him the most important man in crypto. He also just retweeted this. And I found that quite peculiar because in the past, a lot of those sources were kind of against XRP. Many of them were not on the same page. They didn't really want to see Ripple or XRP win, but all of a sudden, CZ is on the side of the SEC dropping these cases. Now, again, you might add that, no, it's actually because the SEC is also having a case against Binance. And ultimately, what this guy just now said is that the SEC should just step back from all the cases. Well, but then he could have just made a statement about it or retweeted somebody else who only talked about that part. This was mostly, in my opinion, an XRP related thing. Then again, the last week here has just been crazy pivotal when it comes to all these crypto cases. Just now, Tornado Cash, if you guys do not know, it's basically a place where you can, let's just call it, send money around more privately through, I kind of don't want to explain it, but it's basically a platform where you can mix different addresses so your money, your cryptocurrency is less traceable, right? And the US had some crazy sanctions against them a while back. Just earlier today, a few hours back, they were deemed illegal sanctions. So obviously that has been a massive win for smart contracts, privacy, and the fact that Trump is coming in now as well. Anyway, it just makes me feel good. All the news recently about XRP has been quite good. You know, with Bitwise just now, with the ETFs, etc. Price action has been really, really good. I mean, can you imagine being above $1 per XRP? If you asked me this half a year ago, I would say, I hope this run, we're gonna go above $1 and then we'll go crazy. Because that's what I always used to say. And then now we're above $1. I still see people being bearish. I really don't understand it. I saw this funny video a little bit ago. This is that guy who was able to predict a few things happening. Why not? Let's cover this also.
See the middle letter, and then the Lord.
I'm not so sure actually if this is copyrighted or not. He just basically says that the Lord told him that there's going to be another .com bubble, and that the XRP coin, which is $1.44 now, by the way, is going to be trading above $10,000. And he's basically the same man that predicted Trump to get shot in the ear 3 months before. So people are, well, on his ass for that. They believe him. But I don't know, man. I'm not really on the page of believing this or vibing with this. This is not really my sort of video. You know, if you portray the thoughts of God is going to make you rich, hey, all power to you, right? But I think this is mocking it a little. Again, personal thoughts though. If you think this is exactly what happened to him, I can't disprove it, because at the end of the day, you can see in your vision or dream anything, right? So from that perspective, I really believe he has seen this. He has been told this. But if it will come true, a $10,000 XRP, I don't know about that. It's not something I'm aiming for. And I think that's also what I have to keep portraying to people. My expectations for prices are based on what is most realistic and variable, or I'd say, sorry, proportional to other cryptos, meaning there's a chance that XRP is going to go to 10K. But does that mean that all the other coins won't and XRP is the sole one left? Well, for that reason, I've got XRP, right? But I would not go full portfolio in based on the idea that that's going to happen because I think the chance is quite unlikely. It could, but I think it's quite unlikely. And if it were to do so well, I think it's because the dollar would completely devalue. But by that logic, then, what is, again, the probability of XRP being the only one to do so well? Again, quite small. I personally think about it from this perspective, right? The chance of XRP hitting 10, maybe even $25 this cycle is so incredibly high. I'm not your financial advisor. These are my thoughts. I'm putting money in because, well, when the moment that we did, it was like a 100x a while back. Now it was like a, let's call it a 30 to maybe 100x still. Pretty solid ROI for holding for a couple of years. And even if you bought at the top of 2018, well, if you just average your way down, you'd be in crazy amounts of profit right now. But generally, I think we are like in nowhere land. We're not really that high up for where we're headed over the next few months. Again, it will be a rough journey. It won't be easy. It won't be straight up. But we know the journey, right? We know the few months and what that is going to look like. Having said that, the trades, they're doing quite nice. For the, again, XRP still in 30K profit. 𝗵𝗵 doing okay, back in profit, by the way. Last time I showcased this, it was at a loss. ADA in about 1100% profit. Bitcoin, 26K or so profit. Dogecoin about 28, 29K. Ethereum, again, still doing extremely well. 11K or so worth of profit right now, which, by the way, was at a massive loss before. Solana up $270 or so. This was just a zero wrong, and actually a couple of mistakes were made, and below it there's a whiff trade at minus 8,000, but we can't see it right now. Anyway guys, the one thing I will keep repeating every single video is if you right now are in life-changing amounts of profit already, right? You've got these positions open for a bit and you're seeing crazy numbers. Be a man, cash out something, even though you know it's probably gonna go higher. Make sure you guarantee yourself some profits, especially if you were religiously buying the dip like I keep saying on these videos. I know we know where things are going, right? I know. But it's a long process and it's going to be very emotional. So at all these different points, I always recommend to people, even though I'm not a financial advisor, keep things mentally easy. Cash out chunks along the way so it's not such a long path. It becomes small steps each time of, hey, I cashed some out. Let's wait till the next cash. Let's wait. In the middle, it could go up and down, whatever, but you already cashed some out. You've secured some profit. Let's wait until the next time to secure some profit, etc., etc. So it becomes like a profit-seeking endeavor rather than waiting for the top to cash everything out because that's so incredibly hard. I keep repeating it. The hardest part about a crypto bull run is cashing everything out. If you think about it, okay, I'll actually show you. If you think about the whole run like this, right? Because this is how it's going to go. This is how every single coin basically looks that's in the top that's going to go higher this season. Where would you cash out? People say, oh yeah, when it's hit the peak. But when it's hit the peak, well, it could have been this peak right here, right? Before things went down, before things went higher. It could be the peak being right there. It could be the peak being right there. You don't know where the peak is at until it's happened, right? So hindsight is 20/20. But while this whole run is happening, you keep seeing green candle, green. At which point do you think this is enough? Many people put up a price target for it. But then again, once that price target is hit, they keep thinking, man, let's go higher. I actually had this before. I said, guys, I'm going to sell everything at $1.40, my positions at least, because that was my price target for XRP. I said, hey, that's where I have enough. That's where my target is at for this breakout. I want to sell at $1.40. But then the price just kept on going. I only sold a chunk. It kept going to $1.63. And I was thinking, man, you know what? I'm fine with just holding on because it's probably going to keep going higher. But actually what I should have done is hold on to my hold on to my strategy. Sell at $1.40. Yes, it went up more. I could have made more profit, sure. But then buy back in when it went to $1.27, like was expected, and then go from there. Because I could have sold at $1.40 instead of selling only a little bit at $1.63 and $1.40. Because again, once it keeps going, you think it's going to go higher. And then just wait for another opportunity, which I would have gotten. And then right now, as of this point, I would have again been roughly 14%, maybe let's say between 12 and 14% worth of profit. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have to admit, going from 140 to 163 would have also been like 16% or so. But if I just sold wherever I said, bought back in, I could have gotten myself another, like I said, 12 or so % on my whole position, which would have been good enough. And it would have felt mentally better, perhaps, to just cash everything out, secure the profit, and then just enter with either a bigger size or the same size for the next trade. And I could have sold it right now again to lock in the profit because again, I would expect perhaps things to start falling back at 148. Right now, we are having a nice breakup for XRP. I wonder if this will set through. But yeah, guys, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press the like button on this video, and make sure you put that notification bell on so you're always notified whenever something crazy happens. The crypto space really is quite crazy right now. It's all over the place. But one thing is for sure, XRP is in one of the best spots it's literally ever been. With this lawsuit drop though, I think the moment it gets announced, and again, ladies and gentlemen, remember, Gary has been Mr. Tough Guy about all his lawsuits, but he's getting the frick out on January 20th. It's not loading, but he is leaving the office January 20th. There's a very good chance that throughout this short amount of time, they're going to be canceling this lawsuit, or at least the appeal. And if so, right, maybe that's why Ripple is going so aggressively on the invests and the new endeavors, because they know that right now they've got the momentum. I don't know, but things are looking so good for XRP right now. I'm super bullish, even though the short term might turn negative. I'm fully aware of that. I know where we're headed, and that's about it.